Alright, so today we're doing The Day I Tried to Live by Soundgarden for Teak05, Sean V, Lucas Bailey, and Nikki Dotto. Here's the thing. The Day I Tried to Live presents several challenges. One, the tuning is E-E, B-B-B-B. So, honest to goodness, you'd have to change a couple of your strings into different strings. For instance, tuning the G string way down to B makes it way too floppy, and tuning it up makes it break. So you'd have to change your G string to a B string, and your E string to a B. Who wants to do all that? So I took the liberty of creating, I don't really want to call it a campfire version, but you could use this as a campfire version. Just do everything I'm doing on the acoustic guitar, but probably more appropriately named Adapted for Standard Tuning. The other challenge that it presents is it's tuned not quite in E, E, B, 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 but half a note in between E and F, B and C, etc. So it's totally wacky. But here we go with the standard tuning version. It sounds pretty darn good. You're missing a couple of fatness moments, but for the most part, it's darn good. So here we go. Beginning. Pointer finger, E string 7th fret, that's a B note, and you're going to do pinky finger on the baby E string 10th fret, that's a D note, and you're going to just pluck those two with your fingers. Notice I have my pick hidden in my hand here. So those two, and this note's going to stay the same, and this note's going to change. So we're going to go 10, 9, 7, 10, and then down to 4, and when you go down to 4, the low E string becomes open E. And up to 7 there, so. There's only 3 parts here, by the way, so we're already 1/3 done. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, so now for the just bass verse, it's going to be the same as the chorus, but we're just going to make it bigger for the chorus, so I'm counting this as 1 part, even though it's 2. E string 12th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 12, 11, open, 10, open, 9, open, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. So, 12. And an open comes in between every single one except for the 12, 11. And you can just do a pull-off. And then after the 5 8s there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to go 7, 6, open, and then 5 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an open pull-off. So that part is 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, open. That whole thing. When it becomes bigger and the guitar comes in and it's the chorus, Day I Tried to Live, it's going to be power chords now. So, power chord on the 12th fret of the E string. I did the exact same thing with the pointer finger I was doing when I was going. Except now we're just strumming every beat there, and it's a power chord, so these just come along for the ride. These don't come off, they're just stationed on their strings and they slide along. Oops. Oops. There we go. And then sort of the chorus B, which is one more time around. one is you could do power chords here, and if you did, it'd be B, 7th fret of the E string, to C, 8th fret, to E, to C sharp, which is, I just played a whole E chord there. I mixed major chords and power chords there. How dare I? Do whatever you want. Play the power chords. You can play the major chords. It'd be B, C, E, and then C sharp minor. So C sharp minor is 4, 6, 6, 5, or just the power chords, which you can do here too, right? Or you could do the Coldplay E chords if you're campfiring this acoustically around the coffee table. You could be all, okay, so 7, 9, 9, 8, open, open. But then when we get to C sharp minor, if we want to Coldplay it, we're going to be A string 11th fret, D string 11th fret, that's ring finger, pinky finger, and then G string 9th fret. You don't get to strum the low E string. Well, you can. Wouldn't be the end of the world. You absolutely can. When I saw Chris Cornell do this, on YouTube, he had his guitar in a strange open E tuning, which he had just played Seasons, so he just kind of made it work for that. Yeah, that was a good way for him to do it too. Obviously, it's his song. That was a dumb thing to say. But anyways, the one more time around is B, C, E, C sharp. That was Coldplay. Here's power chords. Here's major chords. And the one minor chord, of course, the very last line of chorus B, which is what this is, it's E. And then here's the deal. There's no third in the notes in this song because the tuning is roots and fifths. E, E, B, 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 B. So the melody after the E, the very last chord of chorus B, is try to live, right? Which suggests a B minor. Try to live. And then they go into the next part, which we'll do in just a second. But even though the scale he sings over suggests a minor, because the G is in B minor scale, and the G sharp is in the B major scale. I don't know. Do whichever one you want. Do B minor there. So we've just gone B, C sharp, E. I try to live. Do B minor or B major there is the point. Try. I kind of like the dissonance of singing the minor scale over the major chord. Tried. Yeah, I don't like that. But that's my ears. So up to you. Soundgarden never decided. There's no wrong answer. Okay, then the last part, the third part, is the same pattern as, except instead of the 12th fret, we're starting on the 9th fret, so C sharp. And you should end, if you do it right, you'll end up on the 2nd fret, F sharp. Open, 7, open, 6, open, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, open, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, open. And that's the bridge shoe. And then at the very end, of course, they end with. And then if you want to sort of mimic what the band does, there's an A, a G sharp note, and an E at the very end. And there we go. So that is how you play The Day I Tried to Live if you don't want to restring your guitar with different strings every single time you want to play The Day I Tried to Live, which is, I suspect there's a couple of other guys who posted how to play this song, and I think this is a really spectacular song. One of my favorite Soundgarden songs, and why these guys who have had videos up for many years, the views are not as high as I think they are, and I think maybe that's because people have caught wind of the fact that it's E, E, B, 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 and they know they don't want to bother to do that, so why learn the song? As I was saying, now you can learn the song in standard tuning, so I'm really excited about that, and I hope that was helpful, and I hope that is maybe just a little more helpful than you thought it was going to be, because I enjoyed that, and I hope you did too. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye. And I feel compelled to add this one last little thing, whereas if you want to do this bit, but you want to strum it harder, because there are some sections, I think, in the chorus when that's happening along with the... you can do it this way. Do octave chords, so A string 17th fret, G string 19th fret, down 1 fret to 16, down to 14, 17, 11, with a stop at 14 on the way back up. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Okay, bye!